everyone, Majori here from the Punk Priestess, and welcome to the weekly reading. So today, I'm really excited to do a spread. Hello. I also have a couple new Oracle decks with me today that I'm super excited to use. It's going to be my first time using these Oracle decks, so gotta break them in during the weekly reading. So, yeah, let's get into it. First off, I just want to thank everyone for your orders from the Punk Shop. I'm almost sold out of my milk carton water bottles. So it says the Punk Priestess here, and then on the back it has the Punk Priestess logo, which is the High Priestess. Yeah, so I have a very limited amount left of these milk carton water bottles, so if you want one, snag it fast. And I'll do a pre-order either end of this month or in September, but I'll definitely be ordering some in September. I don't know when yet, but definitely if you don't get a water bottle, make sure to keep checking my Instagram for pre-sale and pre-orders. Okay, so some of my new decks that I got, I have Oracle of Oddities Edition 1, and I have Oracle of Oddities Edition 2. So usually if you keep up with the weekly readings, I use Oracle of Oddities 3. So I kind of worked my way backwards because I loved Oracle of Oddities, the third one first, the third edition. I just connected with this one more. And eventually I was like, you know what? I got to complete the set. I got to get 1 and 2. So let's break these decks open. And also I have unboxing videos of these decks on my YouTube. So I uploaded them today. So if you're interested in buying these and you want to see all the cards before you commit, because they're $45 a deck. So definitely a little bit more on the pricier side, and there's 30 cards each in the deck. So definitely an investment, but ooh, they look so good. It's like nice and thick, like a nice thick. So there's like 90 cards now when they're all together. But I'm super excited to use these, but they're awesome. Claire Goodchild is the creator, and I just love her work. So, and yes, Holistic Home Company, hello. So for those of you who've been keeping up with my Instagram, I am going to be teaching tarot classes starting September 1st. So if you follow me and you're familiar with the weekly readings, you know that my personal practice is combining tarot with astrology. So that's how we're going to be learning the cards. So I'm going to be teaching an immersive tarot course. It's going to be on Zoom, so it's going to be virtual, so you can do it anywhere. And it's going to be every Tuesday and Thursday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And this is going to be from September 1st to October 1st. And yeah, so I'm going to be teaching tarot in combination with astrology. So if you're really into astrology and you also want to get some feedback on your birth chart and how to use your birth chart in combination with your tarot deck, that's also going to be referenced as well, and also how to use a spread and read for others, read for yourself. So everything's going to be covered in this month of this course. So it's definitely totally, I think, something you should do, of course. And I feel like learning tarot it can be complicated. It depends like who's teaching it. And my personal practice is trying to make it simple, fun, and very relatable, because it doesn't have to be complicated. And I feel a lot of the books out there that try to like teach you tarot, it's just too complicated. And it's like, let's just cut the bullshit and make this fun, simple, and so you can use it in your everyday. And also combining it with astrology, because I feel like tarot and astrology are sisters. And if you know one or the other, their relationship works simultaneously. Yeah, so I'm really excited to teach, and yeah, sign up, registration. There's a link in my bio that would take you to the Holistic Home site, and that's where you can register. And if you have any questions about the course or anything, just let me know. Just DM me or email me, and I'll answer your questions. So today we're going to be doing the Uranus retrograde spread. So for those of you who have my ebook, this is the spread we're going to be doing if you want to follow along. It's the Uranus retrograde spread. So on Friday, Uranus went retrograde into Taurus. And this is going to be, I think, very interesting when it comes to our money, comes to our foundation. You know, nationally and globally, we're kind of in a financial crisis because of COVID. So it's going to be interesting. And Uranus rules Aquarius, so it doesn't really like to be in the slow-moving sign of Taurus. But it's been in Taurus for the past 2 years, and it has 6 more years to go. It went into Taurus in 2018. So we definitely have a lot more time with this energy. But I have a blog post I'm going to put up after this reading about Uranus in Taurus and what that means. And a lot of stuff, I wrote this post in 2018, and I predicted a lot of the stuff that's happening now based off of this transit, like a huge movement to start, you know, acclimating students working for, having school at home, like online classes, and also having a more work from home structure. So I predicted this stuff that are like, I don't know, some type of cosmic shift is going to happen to make us, you know, make our money and work from home and have school at home. So I predicted this in 2018. So it's kind of crazy that this has happened because of, I think it's a big shift because of this transit in combination with a lot of the Saturn conjunctions with Pluto and this COVID pandemic. But yeah, we're going to do the spread. And if you want my ebook, there's a link in my bio to purchase the Punk Rock Tarot Spreads. There's over 70 tarot spreads in there that I created myself over the years. And the other decks I'm using today, I'm using Postcards from the Liminal Space, and I'm using Spoilia Tarot. And Spoilia Tarot has the astrology signs as well as the 4 elements in it. And I'm going to pour some tea because tarot is going to give us the tea today. So, perfect timing. Today was actually kind of like cold in New York. It's like in the 70s. So I think like I'm feeling a little bit under the weather because it's been like, went from 90s to like 70s. So it's like 20-degree shift. But yeah, it's kind of nice that the weather is getting a little cooler. It's like sweater weather today in New York. So I have my little sage stick, minimizing from my big bundle because it was just getting out of control. Stuff was going everywhere. It's like getting sage ash everywhere. But also for the punk shop, I have some really cool stuff in the works. So I'm working with a company right now. I'm creating something really cool. So hopefully in the next week or 2 they'll arrive and I can show you guys. But for right now, I'm going to keep this secret under wraps. But one thing that is going to be coming to the punk shop are stickers. So a lot of you guys have been asking about stickers, and so I do have Punk Priestess logo stickers I'm going to be adding to the shop tomorrow, and they are waterproof, so you can put them anywhere. They're the same ones that are on my water bottle, so if you want to purchase just the sticker and put it anywhere, you know, that's going to be available in the shop starting tomorrow. So, but yeah, I think that's good. What else? Oh, did I show you my new crystal I have? Maybe, I think I did. Yeah, I have this lepidolite from New Moon. I actually just bought a piece of moldavite from them. So as you know, well, if you don't know, moldavite is a very rare crystal. So moldavite, it's from an asteroid that landed in like the Czech Republic thousands of years ago. And it has like a lot of metaphysical powers, but 90% of the market, the crystal market that sells moldavite is fake. So 90% of moldavite is fake on the market. Hi, New Moon. I'm talking about the moldavite that I bought. But yeah, so 90% of the market has fake moldavite. So when New Moon started selling them, I bought a piece, and I'm Czech, I'm Yugoslavian, and so I definitely am like, I need this crystal. This crystal is part of the country where my ancestors are from. I still have family in the Czech Republic. So I got this crystal. I'm super excited. But definitely check out New Moon. Every Wednesday they have a live crystal sale, and then they do story sales. But yeah, they're like the best like crystal place. I love them so much. And I'm really excited to get my piece of Moldavite. Yay, yeah. Bohemian vibes, gypsy vibes up in here. Having some good shuffle moments today. But yeah, so a lot is going on with the punk shop, new merch ideas. I am going to be closing tarot readings really soon. So if you do want a tarot reading, this is probably going to be like my last week of doing readings. I'm already booked for the majority of the week, and I'm doing birth chart readings. Birth chart readings are currently closed until November of 2020. So my main concentration is my tarot class I'm going to be teaching next month, and some other things behind the scenes that I'll mention later. So I'm not going to be doing birth chart readings after this month. I'm going to take a 3-month break because it's a lot of work. It takes me almost a week to do a birth chart, and even though I love it, it's just priority and where I kind of want to focus my attention. So I'm going to be closing birth chart readings for 3 months. And then tarot readings are still available for next week. I'm booked this week, but I'm still going to offer tarot readings, and then I'll see how September goes. But definitely, if you want a tarot reading, yeah, DM or email. Okay, so let's lay out this spread. I'm going to move you here. So the spread that we're doing, for those who just logged on, we're doing the Uranus retrograde spread because Uranus just went retrograde into Taurus on Friday. So this energy is going to really be influencing our money, our home life, and yeah, we'll see what else comes up. It's going to be very interesting what happens. But, you know, Taurus is a slow-moving sign. So this is not going to be like immediate changes we're going to be seeing. This is going to be systematic change that we're going to be noticing throughout the next couple months with this transit being retrograde. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are good. Okay, so the spread is all laid out. I'm going to drink my tea while it's hot. All right. And just a little sneak peek on the imagery. So I have, I don't know if you can see it, but I have Brittany Murphy from Uptown Girls. She is the main figure on my spread, and Brittany Murphy passed away unexpectedly. And with Uranus, it's a planet of unpredictability. So I thought it was fitting to kind of have her as the queen of this transit. But yeah, Brittany Murphy, Uptown Girls was the movie that inspired me to move to New York when I was 12 years old. I saw that movie and I was like, I want to be an Uptown Girl. And I, became one. But that's a kind of like behind the scenes scoop of my inspiration for the Uranus retrograde art is Brittany Murphy's untimely, unpredictable, and sudden sad death. Kind of morbid. But yeah, so, oops. Oh my God, I kind of spilled a little bit, but it's all good. It's all meant to be. Okay, so let's go to card number 1 here. So this position is, what is our creative soul challenging and evolving? Changing and evolving. Okay, so we have here, I'm just going to kind of wipe these cards with my water. So we have here the Wheel of Fortune upright. So we're starting out really strong with a major arcana card here. And with the Wheel of Fortune, it rules actually Jupiter. And Jupiter is very unpredictable energy. And Jupiter kind of gets this rap of like, oh, you know, all good, positivity, you know, you do good things come back to you, reward, success, good luck, good fortune type of energy. And honestly, Jupiter in mythology isn't all that great. So with the Wheel of Fortune showing up in the position of how is our creative soul changing and evolving, you know, we do want more. We want more for ourselves. We want more possibility. And, you know, that's good. It's like, it's time for us to want expansion. It's time for us to no longer settle for small-minded mentalities or small-minded goals and dreams and visions. Like, it's time to kind of expand. Like, Jupiter rules Sagittarius. It rules expansion. Expansion also spirituality, having a connection. You know, with Taurus retrograde, it kind of might be able to instigate that a little bit of finding ways to enhance our spiritual development or find creative ways to enhance our spiritual curiosities unexpectedly. And that's kind of the magic with the unpredictability of Uranus, is that things would kind of just come into your life, and if it fits, it's like uncomplicated. You just kind of have to flow with it. And with it reversed in Taurus, you know, right now it might be time to not be so hesitant when things come into your life. It's like kind of let whatever wants to flow and whatever is working, whatever feels good and positive, let that come in and let that expand your creative soul and your spiritual soul. Like, let it expand. Like, you don't have to stress and struggle for things. When things want to come into your life, they'll make themselves known, and it'll happen like that. It's not going to be like, you know, should I? Because maybe that's the energy you've been feeling in the past couple of months or this year, a little bit of uncertainty, a little bit of, you know, stuckness. But with the Wheel of Fortune upright, it's like, you know what? It's like, it's still okay to dream. It's still okay to want to push things forward and expand things a little bit. I'm going to pull one of Oracle of Oddities, and we'll see what deck decides to show up, because I put all three of them together. Okay, so we are pulling the Sorrow card here. So, you know, having things that no longer serve kind of leave. And there's a positivity in that. It's like there's some things that either, you know, we're holding on to that no longer serve, or are just in our life that just won't get out. And it's just, it feels like, you know, an ex that like won't leave you alone. And it's like, I want you to leave my life, like leave. And it's like, you know, hopefully with this transit, some things, especially in the foundation, in the home life, that have been causing some friction and frustration and some sorrow will kind of leave and create a new opening of expansion for beautiful things to come in. That's how this energy can work and play out. So, and even with like money stuff, it's like if there's been a hardship or if you've been going through a financial hardship, there might be some unexpected creative solutions in the home, in the money sector, in the career, the financial sector, that's going to enhance some growth there. So I think that's really good. It's like it's time for things to end, and some new beginnings can happen. So number 2, what will be awakened inside of us during this retrograde? Finally, we're pulling the Queen of Wands upright. Oh, thank God. This card has been reversed like all year long, and it's just like, oh my God, like this is my favorite card in the deck. I know I'm like the Punk Priestess, but honestly the Queen of Wands is my favorite card. And she's the celebrity of the deck. Like, she's, you know, the girl or the boy, whatever, gender neutral that we want to be. It's like who we idealize to be. And when the Queen of Wands is upright, it's like a good time to really honor and hone in on our gifts, on our creative gifts, on our creative abilities, like take action. And with this retrograde, it might be a good time to be like, you know what? It's no longer time for me to hesitate. I have to get out there. I have to keep moving. I got to do the thing. Like, we're still in Leo season. Next week, we're going into Virgo, you know, which is fine. I feel like this, you know, Virgo season, I actually really like Virgo season. Actually, I ordered like vitamins. I ordered a bunch of like candles and really good skincare stuff from Yes God. I like ordered like today and yesterday, like a bunch of like healthy stuff, like shampoo, conditioner, like body stuff, like, you know, Virgo season is coming up, and on the 19th, yeah, coming up, we're having Virgo go into Mercury. So already we're starting to feel this push to really kind of have a regimen and to be healthy. And this Queen of Wands is supporting that. It's like it's time to have a healthy creative flow with what you want to bring into your life. Like, let the sorrow leave. Let the sorrow leave you. Let anything that didn't work out with, you know, the job, the foundation, the money, let that go. So something new can come into your life, and that newness is going to bring so much prosperity and goodness and awesomeness. And it's not only going to be you who's taking notice, it's going to be other people around you, because this is the celebrity of the deck. She's not going to hide her talents and abilities and gifts, and you can't hide yours either. Like, it's time for you to show up in this world. It's time for you to really want other people to see your magic, because we all have magic inside of us, and it's, if you want to keep it to yourself, that's fine, but find a way to either give it to someone, you know, share it with someone else, inspire someone else, help someone else. But the Queen of Wands is an energy that we're finally ready to kind of tap into. It's like we got the uncertainty of the year under our belt. Like, 2020 is a glitch. Like, the message has been heard. Now let's do something. Let's do something with our creativity. Okay. So what newness can we create in our life? And we have the Lovers reversed. And the Lovers reversed, another major arcana card, rules Gemini. Gemini is currently, the North Node is currently in Gemini. But it's also a reflection of self-esteem and communicating our needs and wants not only to ourselves, but the people into our lives, whether that be a partner, whether that be, you know, a family relationship. And with Uranus being in Taurus, it's like, you know, who's in your life, who's in your home, who is your foundation. And, you know, a lot of times that can be a significant other, that can be a child, that can be like your work environment, your team, your business partner, your friends, like whoever it is, roommates, whoever it is, like, you know, some newness that we can create with this energy is, you know, now we can really communicate our needs a little bit. Communicate, like, what do you want? How do you want to be loved? How do you, like, what are you getting that you're not receiving in the relationships in your life? And how are you not honoring your own feelings? Like, is there something that you need to bring to the surface within inside yourself? Is that sorrow being buried down inside of you, and you need to bring it back up? Like, bring that sorrow to the surface. Like, don't, you know, examine it. Don't be scared, because we want to move forward. Pulling a card with postcards from liminal space. And we have snake medicine here. So snake medicine, this is kind of, you know, it takes, you know, poison to counteract poison. And it's like, what do you kind of need to do to communicate to others that, you know, you can no longer put up with something, or like this needs to change, or you need to communicate your needs. And sometimes you have to fight poison with poison, and that is why snake medicine is showing up. A good crystal is serpentine. Is a good crystal to kind of help dispel toxicity that has been in your life. But a lot of us are really like kind of clearing and ending some home and uncertainty. A lot of stuff that maybe has been in the home that we want to get rid of and release and kind of move forward, that's coming to fruition right now, and that's really good. Like, example in my life, like my old apartments, like I've been on this apartment for 2 months now, and it's still will not, it's like an ex that won't leave me alone. It's still like, I'm waiting for my deposit back. Like, management's like, you know, being annoying. Like, it's just, and I still have to deal with my roommate, my past roommates who I did not care for at all. And so it's kind of like, you know, I'm waiting for some things to end, and like my old part of my home life that I got out of to finish. And that's kind of how this energy is. Like with Taurus, it's so slow moving, but now if Uranus in Taurus, retrograde in Taurus, we can kind of move forward. Like if you want to move, get a new apartment, you know, end a relationship that's toxic, or put boundaries on a relationship, that's going to help you so you can be your best self, so you can elevate to your best self, so you can honor, so you can live your best life. That is what is on the horizon. But right now, you know, we're still fighting poison with poison. Like, we still have to get rid of the poison out of our lives, out of our past. Like, and that's painful. It's painful to confront and to dispel your body and your system of the poison, whether that be a person, a situation, a home environment, a work environment, you know, money, financial problems, self-worth issues showing up. Like, get the poison out of you so you can make sure that you love yourself. Like, you know, that's how this energy is coming through. It's like we have some poison to get out of our system that wasn't maybe put by us. It was put by others. Other people tried to poison us because they were afraid of this. They were afraid of our power. They were afraid of our magic. They were afraid because they couldn't see it in themselves. So they saw it in someone else and they tried to poison it. That is how snake medicine shows up. And that is how we have to stop it, by communicating that, you know, we've been poisoned, or this person's been poisoned, has poisoned us, or we have been poisoning ourselves. That took a crazy turn. I was not expecting that. But I think we can all relate on some level. You know, and with this energy, you know, people have not been kind either. So it's kind of like, you know, sometimes after, you know, you've been a victim of being poisoned, you end up being stronger because your body, your soul, your vibration is now aware how to fight the poison, how to fight toxic people. So number 4, how can we cultivate personal freedom? By liberating ourselves from the past. And then we have Aries. Of course I love this card because I'm an Aries, but this is Aries energy. Like, this card is Aries, the Queen of Wands. Aries energy. Aries is the answer because it is the year of the Emperor in Tarot, and the Emperor rules Aries. And the answer is, you need to fall in love with who you are. The Aries is all about the self. It rules I am. And that means I am incredible. I am magical. I am a bad bitch. I am unstoppable. I am creative. I am determined. It's like, look at yourself in the mirror. And a way to counteract this poison is to say the exact opposite. Instead of saying, oh, I'm not beautiful or I'm not successful, say, I am beautiful. I am successful. You know, you have to start speaking things into existence, because we got to honor the truth. And the truth is that you're incredible. The truth is you're gifted, you're talented. And that's where this Aries is coming through. Because Aries, like, they're just going to, like, they know, like, they're the shit. But it took a lot of time of self-mastery to gain that sense of confidence. And that's why Aries are very powerful, is because they know themselves. They're not, like, conflicted with, oh, who am I? Like, they know who they are and they stand in that. And from, you know, that, like, they don't have to stress about other things in life. And if you feel like you don't know who you are, you lost a sense of yourself, you know, check where the poison is coming from. Is the poison coming from a significant other that's bringing you down, or a coworker or a family member, or is it yourself that is self-sabotaging you? You know, what is it? What is it getting in your way of you being your best self? What is getting in the way of you being the Queen of Wands? Because this is, like, the best energy. Like, and I'm not just saying that because I'm an Aries. I'm just saying that in general. It's really good energy when it's upright. Like, when it's in positive energy flow, it's good. But I feel like, you know, we're kind of being reawakened to ourselves, and we changed a lot this year, and kind of are tapping into who we really want to be. And it's like, the person we were in 2019, that's not who we are anymore. You know, we're a new person. We kind of have to step into that. But we have to honor that, you know, we're not fully healthy. There's poison still running in our veins and still in our surroundings that we got to clear. And it's going to happen quickly, because we have the Wheel of Fortune, and Jupiter, you know, its orbit is only a year around the sun. It's very fast energy. And right now we have Jupiter retrograde in Capricorn. So it is kind of like a time to really get into ourselves and not be distracted by the money, not be distracted by the career, because those planets and those positions are not really working for us right now. All right, moving on. Card number 5. So card number 5. How can we honor our individuality? And we have the 10 of Swords upright. And it's really time to let things die. You know, you've been hurt. It's okay. You know, let the sorrow come to the surface. Like, experience it, feel it. Because that's the step you need to take, the road you need to take, so you can step into your authentic self and really show other people your strength and power. And other people would take notice, like, wow, like this person, you know, overcame this, or this person, you know, is really strong and had the ability to turn around their situation and be in their higher self. Like, we all want that, not only for ourselves, but for each other. We want to see each other vibrating at the best of our abilities and like really stepping into and tapping into who we're supposed to be in this life. You can tell when someone's vibing at their highest and when someone's at their lowest. You can tell that energy. And it's not every day you're going to feel like you're at your highest vibration. But, you know, some days when you're at your lowest, you got to get the poison out. And you got to communicate. You know what? Why am I feeling like I'm not operating at my highest vibration? You know, what poison, what sorrow needs to come to the surface, and I need to be okay with accepting that shadow, accepting, you know what, these people hurt me, or, you know, this situation is triggering me or causing me trauma. Like, it's okay. You have to acknowledge those things, because that's how you authentically know yourself. If you acknowledge both the positive and the negative aspects in your life, that is how you do it. Like, nothing comes easy. There's nothing perfect, and there's nothing worth concealing, because at the end of the day, it's still part of your story. And we're pulling beginning here, which is definitely the connection. This is the answer. You know, within the problem is the solution. And, you know, the solution is stepping into a new beginning. The solution is, it's like the hurt, it happened. You know what the poison is. You know who poisoned you. You know if you poisoned yourself. You know where the poison came from. And you also know how to heal yourself. But the healing doesn't mean that it's going to be easy and it's going to be like happening tomorrow. But if you honor it and you're like, you know what, this is part of my story, but I'm going to learn it. I'm going to learn the lessons, and I'm going to teach someone else so it doesn't become part of their story. And that is what this Aries energy is for. Because Aries is all about fighting for the underdog. Because they themselves have been the underdog. They themselves have been in a situation that they've been hurt by others, or, you know, they've hurt themselves. And learning from that pain teaches you to fight for someone who's suffering. But you can't fight and help anyone else if you're, you know, don't help yourself. But this is beautiful. It's very beautiful how this Uranus energy is really going to be healing for us. And it's going to be happening quite quickly, because you're no longer stumped with this direct energy of Taurus. It's kind of like Taurus is on the back burner now, and Aries can kind of come through and navigate a little bit. And we still have Mars direct in Aries, beginning of September, I think it's September 4th. Mars is going to be going retrograde in Aries. So we still have a lot of momentum, a lot of passion to really get things going and to really calling things out. You know, call it how you see it. So number 6, what revolutions can we expect to occur? And we have death. So we have like the two like ending cards here. And Major Arcana, love it. I love to see death. Like, this is one of my favorite cards. And Jen May, she's the creator of Spoilia Tarot. The deck is now currently sold out, so all apologies if you want this deck, but she is selling prints of the death print, and I have the death print hung in my room. But I love the death card in tarot because it's all about transformation, and death rules Scorpio. Scorpio is also co-ruled by Mars. So, you know, it's another call to action to Aries energy coming through. But with death, you know, the kind of the revolutions that we're going to start seeing occur here. You know, we're going to see what's going to happen with this election. We're going to see what's going to happen with this stimulus package. and whatever, the CARES Act, whatever they're trying to do. We're going to see. We're not going to see until next month. So really, once this energy gets acclimated, we're going to really see how Mars retrograde in Aries is going to affect things. I have already some predictions of what's going to happen, and when Mars is actually in Aries for 6 months this year, and this hasn't happened in years. Like, Mars never stays this long in a sign, but it's been in it's going to be in Aries for months. So it's going to really have the people are going to have some action to try to get things right, collectively, globally. There's going to be a lot of passion and action, and I think the protest is just the beginning, but something's going to happen that's going to reawaken a lot. Like, this fall, I'm very curious of how things are going to go starting next month. But right now, it's like we have to concentrate on our lives. Like, kind of taking, again, this death to kind of have this new beginning. Like, what in your life, the next 2 weeks of August before we get into September, what in your life can you begin? Take this time before a lot of things get globally and collectively heavy, externally heavy, to do some work. Like, the next 2 weeks is time for you. It's time for you to allow the sorrow to come through, to allow yourself to confront things that have hurt you in the past. It's time for you to heal the poison, and get rid of the poison. So, and find a cure for the poison, so you don't have to be affected by it again. Because some poison is counteractive, like it'll try to come back. And if you have a boundary, if you have a cure, it won't affect you. But you need to let some things die. Let it die. Like, death is good. Death is the healing, and that's the type of energy. A lot of things are going to end, not only for ourselves internally in our own personal lives, but externally. A lot of things are just, people are going to be fed up, and it's like, I'm done. And it comes for things ending for a new beginning to really transform. Seven. How can we awaken to our true selves? And here we go. We pull the High Priestess. This is beautiful. We pulled so many majors. Oh my God. We have 4 major Arcana cards here. This is like, these are like all the best cards, like, in a spread. How did we get like all the best cards in a spread? Like, this is like the first time ever where I'm like, oh, I got all my favorite cards in a spread. I got the Queen of Wands, the Aries card, the Death card, the High Priestess, the Wheel of Fortune. It's like, this is good. This is like one of the best spreads I've done in a very, very long time. Like, this is great energy. So I'm happy. I'm really happy seeing the High Priestess showing up and how we can awaken to our true selves, because this is higher knowledge. This is higher wisdom. This is coming from the crown chakra. This is the third eye's opening and consoling the crown and saying, hey, can we have some ancestral help? Can we connect with our divine purpose in this life? Like, we're ready. You're open. Like, the third eye is open. It's time to let divinity come through. And it's beautiful. I love the High Priestess in this position. And that is how we can awaken to our true selves, is by honoring the death. Honoring the death that has happened inside of us, that's happened around us. Like, I already know when this apartment situation stuff in my life is done, hopefully in the next 2 weeks, knock on wood. I already bought a clearing candle from the Magic Hour candles. Best candles out there is the Magic Hour candles, and she pours her candles during every full moon, so the intentions are super strong. So immediately I'm going to have like a mini party. I'm going to be lighting this clearing candle, this magic clearing candle I got, like treat myself to a crystal from the moon. Like, I'm going to be doing something like to celebrate that I got the poison out of my life that has been trying to hold on. And it's like, the cure is acknowledging the death. And in order to acknowledge the death, you have to have a vision. You have to have your third eye open. You have to have your intuition on to register, to tell you, like, alert, this is poison. You know, because if your intuition is off, when your third eye is closed, when your self-worth is diminished, you don't know what is poison from, from nourishment. You can't tell the difference between poison and nourishment. It's It just becomes a way of life. And then when you decide to honor yourself, know yourself, confront the sorrow, confront the beauty, to see what's real, when your third eye becomes open, that is when the healing of death really begins. And you're like, you know what? This isn't right. This isn't good enough. I want something more. I deserve something more. You know, I'm a divine being living a human existence. Like, my ancestors wanted more for me. Like, once you open up your third eye and you see the poison and the truth around you, is when you can really make change, when you can step into the truth. But you don't get that wisdom and truth by staying complacent. You get it by acknowledging the hurt and the pain and wanting a new beginning. Because Aries is all about new beginning. Like, this is new beginning energy. First sign of the zodiac sign. Fearless, conqueror, pioneer energy. You know, with Uranus, it's going to be a little unpredictable, but it's good. You know, a new beginning is being offered and awakened to us. We just have to open up and be ready for it. Be ready for the truth inside of ourselves to come to light. And if it's happened already, then the healing of the poison has begun. You're finding a cure, and that cure is spiritual development. That cure is self-worth. That cure is boundaries. That cure is acknowledging your higher self. Because magic is either everything or it's nothing. So it's very important. You know, what are you acknowledging? What is your third eye communicating to you? What kind of magic are you getting into? Are you getting into magic that is healing, or are you going to allow people to control you with their poison? The choice is yours. The choice is yours to decide to take accountability. The choice of yours is to decide to say no, or to say yes to things that serve, that come in. All right, last card. What hidden knowledge will be known to us? And we have the Nine of Wands here. And this is really good, because the lesson is that you'll be able to detect the poison that comes in next time. You'll be able to detect, oh, this is a mirrored situation or a circumstance of what I experienced in my past. I will no longer continue to go down that path or to commit to that. This is the healing. This is the awareness. This is the wisdom that you don't have to fight anymore. You don't have to fight for relationships or people, or you don't have to fight to keep the poison, you know, at bay, or from the poison coming into your system. You know, there's a choice, and the choice is boundaries. The choice is acknowledgement that this no longer serves your higher purpose. Contemplate before you take action. Contemplate before you sign contracts. Is someone's vision overrunning yours? Is someone's magic taking precedence over your own? Or are you going to be yourself and acknowledge who you are and think for yourself and honor who you are and say, no, this isn't good enough. This isn't the deal that I want. This is not what I'm going to commit my time and energy to. But also say yes to the things that do feel aligned, that are magical, that are flowing, because the Wheel of Fortune is upright. It's like it's time for you to step into what is yours and step away from what no longer serves. Step away from the poison and step into faith. Pulling one more from my new decks. Oh, it feels so good. I love this. Yeah, I bought, Oracle Oddies. I have, the unboxing videos. Like, these cards are just, I love them. So I'm really excited to use these for the first time. Okay. And pulling the last card of this reading is Uncover. And it's very beautiful. It's like uncovering the mysteries, uncovering the magic inside of your heart. Because now you can do it. You know, you can uncover magic better when you are aware of it. And you're aware that you're always surrounding by it, and it's that, and also that you're aware that you are magic. You know, if you don't believe that you're magic, you're never going to uncover it. You're never going to uncover this Queen of Wands, beautiful energy. You're not here on this earth to be small and to be complacent. You're here to actually do something with your life and to leave an impact and to have a purpose and to change, you know, your life and someone else's for the better. That is why, you know, we're here. We're not here to serve someone else's higher purpose or good. But first we have to uncover, you know, our magic. And by having a death and a new beginning will lead us to that. That is the path. Because magic is either everything or it's nothing. So are you going to utilize and open yourself up to your magic in this lifetime? Or are you just going to, you know, let it go to waste? You know, it's up to you. The choice is yours. But that is the spread. That is the Uranus retrograde spread. I think, yeah, this is like one of the best spreads I've done in a long time. I will be honest with that. And all my favorite cards showed up, so I think that's a bonus. And I will be offering, I still have tarot readings. If you want to book a tarot reading with me, DM or email me. I'm booked this week, but next week I'm open. So also too, my mom, she's a teacher, and if you want to donate to her classroom, the majority of her children are in lower income housing. A lot of them do not have computers. A lot of them don't speak, their parents don't speak English, so they can't get help at home. So if you want to donate, there's a link in my bio, and I'm going to post it again after this reading, to my mom's classroom. Anything, you know, goes a long way for these students to make sure that they can learn properly. And, you know, COVID has affected families so much, especially, you know, children too. Children are going through a lot of stress. So I'd really appreciate if you guys would donate to my mom's classroom so she can make sure that her children have the right resources so that they can learn this upcoming school year. And everyone who donates, just send me a screenshot of your donation and you'll get 10% off of a future tarot reading. So thank you so much. And also water bottles, almost sold out, but I have, I'm going to do a new shipment next month. But yeah, definitely check out the Punk Shop. And if you want to learn more about tarot and you want to take my tarot course starting September 1st, link is in the bio for that as well. So I'm going to read your comments, because once this live is done, I can no longer read the comments. So let me just take a couple of seconds. I'm going to start from the top. And I'm going to be teaching the course. It's going to be virtual, so it's going to be Zoom. And it's going to be through the Holistic Home Company, so that's where I have the link. And it's going to be a month-long tarot course, 2 days a week. Yeah, 2020 is a glitch, 100%. Death card's been coming up. The last card of the universe, I don't know. I mean, I don't think so. The world, and then a new beginning starts. Where is she located? I am in New York, but I only am offering, I'm in New York City, but I'm only offering virtual tarot readings. So DM or email me, because of COVID, I will not be doing in-person tarot readings, but all tarot readings are virtual. But yes, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure, and I hope this reading offered you some insight and guidance, and I'll see you next week. Bye.